golf ball trajectory tracking system that has the ability to track multiple trajectories at the same time. This enables our product to be suitable for the implementation on driving range. I will now pass it on to Nick, who will explain the product.
Okay, so basically the basis behind our technology is that we'll be using a pulse Doppler radar system, and it's going to be arranged in such a way that it's able to track certain positions, velocity of the golf ball by sending a signal to it and detecting that as a bounce back. And we're going to be doing a triangulation method, which allows us to strategically place the radar so that we can get the most accurate data as possible. I'm going to go a little more in depth into our product right now. So we have a data server, and what that's going to do is basically take that data and store it. And from there, the central server is going to be accessing the data with the software that we provided and developed. And it's going to calculate where the ball will be, as well as creating a track, a 2D or a 3D track that's going to be displayed on the golfer's screen. Okay? And it's going to be sent onto the corresponding page so there's no mix-up. So you have a rough mock-up of how the display is going to look like. It's going to be a touchscreen computer, and it's going to be able to display things such as the speed, the trajectory, the velocity, and the angles, and anything like that. They can switch between a 2D or 3D view depending on how much detail they want. The next slide is going to give you a larger picture of how it's going to look like. So this is kind of a tentative graphical user interface of what you might expect. It's going to show the ball speed, velocity, the flight height, and distance, and so on. And as we roll out new revisions, there's going to be slightly more additions. For instance, the wind speed. So if a person who's using the driving range wants to make sure that the ball travels straight, and the wind's going a certain distance, they won't want to curve the ball at a certain angle. So on to the important part. This is the pricing. So this is what the end user is going to end up paying for this product. There's going to be two parts to pricing, as the driving range sizes always vary, so never one is the same. There's going to be a $52,000 price tag for the system, and this includes on-site setup and installation. And then there's going to be additional $600 for each cage that needs to be set up. And this allows for greater flexibility if, for instance, the driving range doesn't want all their cages to have this extra feature. So now I'm going to pass the torch on to Jeff for him to explain some competitive analysis.
So over the last decade, technology has really been transforming golf and improving golfers' performance for individuals. And there are like swing monitors as well as golfing simulators that try to improve the golfer's game. And as you know, most of these devices target individuals with high amount of disposable income. And because of the device, they are really pricey. And our goal is to shift the cost to the individual driving range owners. And in return, they will be attracting more golfers so that they will get a higher yearly revenue. And because the golfers will be paying a small premium. And as you can see, there are 3 products available in the market right now that is able to track the golf trajectory. There are FlexScope, TrackMan, and Imago, and none of them are able to track multiple golf balls at the same time. But our product, the Golf Legion, is able to do that to over 20 or more golf balls. And you may also notice that our price may be slightly more expensive, but this number may be misleading because if you want FlexScope, for example, at $7,000, you will need 20 sets of FlexScope to be able to track 20 individual golf balls. That will come to a cost of $140,000. Whereas our Golf Legion will only cost you $64,000, and you can save over 50%. Our marketing analysis shows that golf is currently the #1 recreational activity in Canada, and the golfing population has been increasing over the last decade, and there's no trend of this slowing down like in the near future. Among the provinces with the largest golfing populations are Ontario, Quebec, Alberta, and BC. And because our company will first start in BC, so our product will be first available in BC and slowly expand to the rest of the other provinces as we gain market recognition. And as part of our initial marketing strategy, we hope to partner up with a local driving range that will host a professional golf tournament. And we hope to install our system on the driving range free of charge. In return, they will allow us to use the driving range to conduct any testing during our development stages. And also by doing this, we hope that we will gain market awareness of our product, and that potential buyers will be able to see our product in action. I'm going to pass it back to Sam.
So our research and development stage is going to take approximately 19 months, with 9 months of that being hardware development, and then 8 months for software development, and 7 months for systems integration. As you can see above, some of these stages overlap each other. So for our research and development stage, we would require funding of $386,300, and it would be allocated 68% to salaries, 11% to building expenses, 4% to computers and software, and 17% for testing expenses. So the founders have already invested $90,000 from personal funds, and so we'll need about approximately $300,000 more funding, and in exchange we're willing to offer 24% of ownership in the company. The expected valuation of the company at the end of 5 years is estimated at over $4 million using a net assets valuation approach. So that means our return on investment would be about 10%. And our exit strategy would be to either sell to EDH, which is the maker of FlightScope, or Interactive Games and Systems, which is the maker of TrackMan. And the reason being is that they're already radar-based tracking systems, so it should be an easy transition for them, and it will be a nice extension for their current product line. And that actually concludes our presentation.